Hello dear students, hope you are doing well. So in this video we are going to start a new topic. The topic is empirical and molecular formula. Now we'll discuss this topic with the help of a problem. So the problem is a compound content 4.07% hydrogen, 24.2% carbon, and 71.65% chlorine. Molar mass of the compound is 98.96 gram per mole. Find empirical and molecular formula of the compound. So you are given the elements present in the compound. There is hydrogen, carbon, and chlorine. Now, using the information given in the question, you have to find out the empirical and the molecular formula. Now, there are different types of methods which is used to find out the empirical formula. But I'll take the easiest one. So what you do, you first draw a table. First we'll write the elements present. So the elements present are hydrogen, carbon, and chlorine. Next, you write the percentage. So the percentage of hydrogen present in the compound is 4.07. Carbon is 24.27. And chlorine is 71.65. Next, atomic mass. Now, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1.008. So we'll take it as 1. Carbon is 12. Chlorine is 35.5. Next is number of moles. Now, the formula to calculate the number of moles is number of moles is equal to mass by atomic mass or molecular mass. So since we are taking atoms, we will take atomic mass. Now the mass is given in terms of percentage. So the mass of hydrogen is 4.07 and the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So the number of moles of hydrogen will be equal to 4.07 divided by 1, which is equal to 4.07. Similarly, the mass of carbon is 24.27 and the atomic mass is 12. So the number of moles of carbon is equal to the mass of carbon divided by the atomic mass. So the mass is 24.27, atomic mass is 12, is equal to 2.02. Similarly, chlorine, the mass is 71.65, atomic mass is 35.5. So the number of moles of chlorine is equal to 71.65 divided by 35.5, which is equal to 2.02. Next, you have to find out the relative ratio or simple ratio. Now, in order to find the simple ratio, you take the smallest number from here. Now, if you compare 4.07, 2.02, 2.02. So you can take the smallest, that is 2.02, and you'll divide all the numbers by that number. So for hydrogen, the simple ratio is equal to 4.07 divided by 2.02, which is equal to 2. The simple ratio of carbon is equal to 2.02 divided by 2.02, that is equal to 1. Simple ratio of chlorine, 2.02 divided by 2.02 is equal to 1. So the simple ratio of hydrogen is 2, carbon is 1, and chlorine is also 1. Next, the empirical formula. So you can see from here, from the calculation, you can see hydrogen simple ratio is 2, so we'll write H2. Carbon simple ratio is 1, so we'll write C1. Chlorine simple ratio is 1, so we'll write Cl1. So the empirical formula of the compound having 4.07% hydrogen, 24.27% carbon, and 71.65% chlorine is H2CCl. Next, we'll find the molecular formula. Now, molecular formula is equal to N multiplied by empirical formula. Where N is equal to molecular mass by empirical mass. Now, molecular mass is already given in the question, is equal to 98.96 gram per mole. Empirical mass you can calculate from the empirical formula. So, molecular mass is equal to 98.96 gram per mole. Empirical mass is equal to, the empirical formula is H2CCl. Hydrogen atomic mass is 1 multiplied by 2, since you have 2 hydrogen atoms. Carbon atomic mass is 12. Chlorine atomic mass is 35.5. So if you calculate, you'll get 49.5 gram per mole. So we have the molecular mass and the empirical mass. So using molecular mass and the empirical mass, you'll calculate N. And then we'll put the value of N here and multiply it with the empirical formula, that is H2CCl, and you'll get the molecular formula. So molecular mass 98.96 gram per mole. Empirical mass 49.5 gram per mole. So if you simplify, you'll get 1.99, which is almost equal to 2. So the value of N is equal to 2. So therefore, molecular formula is equal to 2 multiplied by the empirical formula, that is H2CCl. So it's equal to H4C2Cl2. So the molecular formula of the compound having 4.07% hydrogen, 24.27% carbon, and 71.65% chlorine is H4C2Cl2. So this is how we calculate the empirical formula and molecular formula in a compound where you have the mass percentage. So you can take a question from the textbook or from the assignment and practice yourself. So in the next video, we'll start a new topic. Thank you. Stay safe.